Howdy, folks. Welcome, welcome. Today is Monday, and we are here to play the Star Wars RPG Edge of the Empire. I don't know where that accent came from, but it's a great start. Cool. So we are going to get you guys to each roll a white dice for the force for the session, and I will roll a D100 for the obligation strain. 31. Let's take a look at the table I have.
Oh, that's not a good start.
31. Ooh, gin.
Oh,
I will give you. I think it's 2 strain, but I'll give you 2 strain from your haunting debt as you're having a bit of a break on Ryloth with these Twi'leks. You're kind of just hanging out, and you kind of think, wonder how my parents are dealing with the pressure of being indebted. Kind of just crosses your mind. Cool. So we have 2 light side force, and then 2 one dark side. So 2 of the light, 1 of the dark. So perfect. So starting off, let's do a bit of a recap. Last time you guys started in a ship that you just kind of stole, but you didn't really steal it. Commandeered, I'll put it that way, because the captain was still there. He right away essentially tried to take advantage of the situation and reclaim his ship from you guys, and you guys killed him, and then you were knocked out. When you got a stim pack, you came back up and you just beat him after he got shot down. But anyways, you basically have the ship to yourself. You found that there was a transponder on the ship. There was alarms going off. You guys kind of dealt with that. And the only place you could safely get to with the amount of fuel you had was Ryloth. You made it there. You also did find a Twi'lek prisoner aboard. And he kind of led you guys to his village. And they seem to be under pressure from a gang that is encroaching on their mine. So they have a mine, and there is this gang that's kind of pressuring them, buying land next to them. Stuff randomly gets broken, catches fire randomly, But yeah, so we're starting off. You guys are, I don't remember exactly where we left off, but I might change it a bit. So in the middle,
I talked to some kids and they were screaming.
Exactly, and they said that you guys could have a night's rest just for the sake of a narrative here, and perfect. So you're just resting up. You had a long day journey. You had a social encounter with some bounty hunters that you managed to pretend that you weren't yourselves and get away. And great job with that. And at this point, you're just resting, and you hear some noise outside, some big crashing sound, stuff like that. You guys get woken up, and you notice that Cal is not there. But before going to bed, you did see one of the Twi'leks kind of ask him for some help because they don't have a lot of droids around to go do repair one of the mining equipment or whatever. So you can assume that Cal is off doing that. So as you stumble onto the street, you can see a scene of destruction. A large tracked vehicle has smashed into one of the dwellings on the outskirts of town. Fortunately, no one seems to have been hurt, but the house looks fit to collapse, and a large vapor condenser has been ruined in the crash. The Twi'leks who live there are distraught, shouting about how they will manage without a place to stay or water to drink. The drivers of the vehicle do not seem to be concerned, however. There are 4 of them, 3 humans and an Aqualish. They wear blaster pistols on their hips and look mean enough to use them. One of the men spot you guys and call out, "Hey, you there! You got a problem here! Are you the ones with that speeder? We just need to borrow it for a couple minutes." And the words "Dromb" is emblazoned on the side of the crashed construction vehicle in large black letters. And Drom is the name that you found out is the person who's been buying the land, and you can assume is affiliate with the gang. there's Twi'leks kind of stepping out. It's like dawn, so there's barely any light, and you see families kind of coming outside and looking, and they're like all shocked, and you hear a kid kind of like point and.
That wasn't clear. A quick question for Night's Rest. How does that work for wounds in this game?
For wounds, you heal 1. You regain all this. For the sake of it, you will get heal all the strain except the 2 that you got like this session.
Right, sounds good. So I just woke up. We just woke up, and this is what's going on.
Yes. You kind of stumble outside, and you see these thugs outside, and they seem to be kind of wobbly. You can assume that they're probably intoxicated in some way.
Slacks is too early for this. I can see there's one option that comes to my head, but you and Cal told me I need to work on these social interactions. What do I do here? Do I give them the keys to the speeder, or do I introduce them to a little bit of rough and tumble this morning?
Well, they're not getting a speeder, but I don't know if we need to go straight to the guns.
So as you guys are discussing, one of them seems to stay with the equipment, but the other 3 are kind of walking towards you, and the Aqualish seems to be the one kind of leading the social interaction. So he's like, "You there? Come on, give me the blaster, not the blaster keys, the thing, you know, the speeder, you know, give me the speeder, and we'll get going."
But see, I fail to see how this transaction benefits what? You want my speeder. Now you're not asking me what I want. This is how business works.
So,
You're getting better at this.
He's like, how about I don't beat you up, and then we can be on our way, you know?
Your accent, I'm sorry, it's very humorous to me. Is he looking down on me, or we're about the same height?
You're about the same height, and at this point, I'd say you're about medium range, but he is slowly approaching.
Is the speeder's behind me?
Yeah, I'll say that it's parked at medium range behind you.
Just gonna, like, hold... I assume they have keys going... But see, I have the keys. You still have to get to me to, as you say, beat me up, or beat you up. And you're clearly intoxicated. How about you fix that lady's or that people's watering thing, because you are driving a construction machine. I assume you're good with your hands. So you fix that thing so that they stop crying. I give you the keys, I go back to bed. So it's a win-win.
So just to set the scene, it basically looks like a space bulldozer ran into a house. And you're saying, yeah, you can fix that. So at this point, I would like you to make a hard charm check.
That's so good. I'm so great at charm. Like, there's not one problem with this at all, buddy.
And I will give you a boost die because he is drunk. I'll do it that way.
Doesn't matter. So it's purple, purple, purple.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! This is gonna be funny.
Okay. So at this point, he's like, "Do I look like a sucker to you?" And he like pulls out a blaster and just shoots in the air. He's like, "I want your keys. Give me your keys."
Wait, still at medium range?
Yeah.
As an incidental, pull out my slug thrower, just tired, just nonchalantly go, put it in my shoulder, scope him, and just go, "Does Jean Francois look like a bitch?"
I will get you guys to roll initiative.
Sorry, I had to throw in the Pulp Fiction quote.
Yeah, no worries. There's 3 at medium range, and the one that stayed with the space bulldozer, I'll call it, is at long range.
All right, so that's a cool check.
Yes, and I will just.
Oh shit, my bad.
It is a. I see what you did there. For the sake of it, I will run them in. I will say minion groups. I will say that they're just for the sake of ease. I will say that 2 stayed and 2 came up, and they'll be in groups of 2. Okay, and they're cool. Cool is I think willpower, right?
Cool is presence.
Right. The first group. Okay, and the second group. Hey, cool. So it is going to be PC, PC, NPC, NPC. So, and a tumbleweed just kind of rolls by.
So I got my rifle out. So I've already got my gun out. So Marshall, if you want to go first.
Sure. So you said they're at medium range, right?
2 at medium and 2 at long.
All right. Well, I guess I will pull up my rifle.
Bowcaster.
My bowcaster. Yep. I went to correct myself. And then I'm going to shoot one of the guys farther back.
Cool. One of the long range ones.
Yeah.
Cool. So long range is a hard. So 3. Oh, but wait, don't you have a scope?
Yeah, I'm trying to check exactly what the.
So it does reduce the difficulty. So it's 2 purple. It reduces.
So telescopic scope lowers difficulty on long and extreme range.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
So 2 purple. Did you want to do anything before using your action to shoot?
Well, don't I have to use like a maneuver to pull out my gun?
It is a maneuver to pull out your gun. Good.
So I'm not going to take the extra strain first thing in the morning. I'm just going to take a shot.
That is fair. And the blaster, boom! So you shoot. What is the damage?
That'd be 12 with the 1 success.
Cool. So you shoot, and one of the humans that's kind of just looking like long range is fairly far, so he's kind of squinting, kind of closing one eye, stop the scene to kind of rotate in his drunken state, and you shoot, and he just gets shot and like poof, launched off the top of this space bulldozer, and you can tell that one of the guys is down from that minion group.
You sure you want to keep coming at us?
Cool. Interesting. We'll see what transpires as the next PC has a turn.
So I'm going to go for the Aqualish, who just fired into the air. There's the kid who pointed and screamed, which I informed last time watching.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at him, be like, "This is for you," and just take a shot right at him.
Cool. You said aim and then shoot? Okay,
My maneuver is to aim. So
Wonderful.
that is... Okay, so I also have to take Quick Strike, which adds another blue dice. So yellow, green,
Because they have not gone.
blue, and then what is it? Purple or purple?
Medium range is purple.
And bam! It's a crit!
Oh, that's
So, especially with what I took last week. Nice.
okay.
So, lethal blows add +10 per rank of lethal blows to any critical injury inflicted on an opponent. I've got 2 ranks in that, so that's +20.
Okay, so he takes 33 damage?
He takes... I'm so happy. And it's just like we were talking about how awesome it would be last time.
Yeah.
So 7 + 3, yeah, that's 30 points of damage.
Okay. So he gets basically the slug's a certain size, and it looks like you shoot and his flesh kind of peels sideways from where you shoot, and he kind of just like his legs kind of stay standing and his top half kind of falls to the ground, and then the legs slowly just
I'm just... As my compatriot said, "You're sure you want to keep coming?"
so it
Just keep
is
the gun on my shoulder.
so there's one in each minion group at this point. the one in front is going to book it and run backwards towards the towards the tractor, like, oh god, ah! Like as he saw his friend get blown up, and as he turns, he sees the other guy still like midair getting shot off the space bulldozer. That he's just gonna run, and he's gonna get to long range and kind of take cover behind the bulldozer, and the other one that was hanging around the bulldozer, you can tell he just goes behind. You can assume he's running. You can just assume that it's full sprint into the desert. Hey, we're going back to your turns. If you don't want to pursue them, it wouldn't be an initiative order.
Marshall, go first.
Do we let them get away, or do we just end this now?
Just gonna walk as he says this. Go, take a step so I can look around the bulldozer, check out my scope. Are they still within range?
The one that was closer right now is long range. I would say long range with cover.
The other one's at extreme.
Yes. Because he used two maneuvers to go from long to extreme.
I'm gonna go. They are quite the distance away. We could leave them injured, or we could just let them spread the tale of the two guys who killed two men with one round. Your choice. I leave it to you, Slacks.
I'm more concerned with them going back to their boss and telling them that something's going on here.
Sounds good. I'm gonna aim and go. I go for distance. Is extreme. Does he have cover?
He does not. It's like a desert, so he's just running.
So I'm going for extreme.
So it is a. Do you have a scope as well?
I do have the telescopic scope.
So it is a hard. So 3 purple.
Really.
Nice. So you shoot and and you just like just face plant into the sand. Just.
Does he? Was he at Dirt Mountain?
No. Just for the sake of it, Dirt Mountain was the other side.
All right. So just gonna go. Your gun has more bells and whistles. I assume you would appreciate the challenge of a covered shot and just incidental put the rifle away.
So Slacks, your turn.
I'll take a shot at the other guy.
Cool. So long range with a black die because he is behind cover. So purple, black.
If I tell him where he's at, does that give him a blue?
He's over there.
It's purple because scope, right?
Right. Purple, and then black. Oh, that's blue. Black is.
Oh, yeah, I hit. Yep, sorry.
Damn.
Ooh.
That's much worse.
So you aim the bowcaster and you shoot, and just sparks go from the just next to the guy, and he's like, ah! Like the bowcaster bolt just hits, and he's like showered with sparks, and he's like, oh god.
As this happens, I just lean into Slacks and go, maybe we could interrogate this guy, maybe not kill him.
Cool. So on that guy's turn, he's like, and he gets up and he just sprints, and he is at extreme range at this point. He uses action and maneuver to move, so he is at extreme range, and he's booking it in the desert. And he's like,
So
he's like next to the corpse of the other guy. He's like, ah!
So I'm going. Oh, do you want to go first?
Took a second and aim.
Ah, fuck. So I'm going to raise my gun and just go. You've already seen me do this shot. Stop now, or I will shoot. I'm just gonna aim, and if he keeps running, I'm letting it go.
At extreme range, I don't think you can actually hear people.
We have comms.
Channel 1, stop running.
Hello.
Channel 2, stop running. Channel 3, stop running.
Inform everybody. So I'm gonna run to make him long range, shout that, then hold my gun up, and not use the maneuver to.
So
aim.
no, instead of aiming, you will move closer. It is from extreme to long. It is 2 maneuvers.
Fuck it, I'm gonna be where I'm at and go. Well, we should have asked him to stop moving before we started. I'm gonna stay back at extreme, aim, take the shot.
Cool. And you do have the scope as well, so it is blue because you're aiming. Purple, purple, purple. 3 perps. There we go.
9 points.
Boom, boom, boom. We gotta drop the success symbols in chat. Why not? So boom, you shoot him, and right next to his buddy, he drops almost like it was orchestrated. You shoot him, and he just same thing, face plants in the desert.
Well, it is early in the morning. We did get first blood. So, why not just go loot the bodies?
Well, I mean, we don't want to leave them out there in the open anyways. We might as well drag them away so they don't get found.
You know, if they have stuff that is valuable, like, it's not as if they are going to use it, and maybe there's something we can give to that family that, you know what? As we walk back towards the corpses, I'm going to look at the family with the bulldozer in the house, like, just scratch off the label that names the company, and you've got yourself a bulldozer that you can sell back to them.
Roll I will say an easy charm, but I will give a setback die because they are distraught.
So that's, you said charm?
Yeah.
Not my forte. So, and then you said 1 purple or 1 black?
1 purple and 1 black.
Ooh.
So they're like, we don't know how to run this equipment. It's not, we're not qualified. And they're like huddled together and they're like crying because they just kind of lost their home.
I'm gonna look at Extraction and be like, hey, this is a mining city and they don't know how to run a fucking space bulldozer. No wonder this town is shit.
So I'm gonna assume they didn't hear that.
Screaming it in the middle of the city.
These people are idiots. They don't know how to bulldoze. So at this point, Buraban kind of so he kind of steps out and he's like, "Oh, you guys have saved us yet again."
Looking through the bodies, looking what I can find. They wanted my speeder. It's mine. Fuck you. Actually, it's yours. Here's the keys. And I'm just gonna toss them to Burban.
So he's like, "Oh, I've seen these men before. They're some of the gangsters that that run around, and they were some of the men that were working on the dirt mountain."
This company, I'm going to point to the space bulldozer, like, this is owned by that, wait, his name is, I've got it here, his name is, Angru Prob?
Angu Drum, yeah.
Drum, but, your accent, it's weird to me. So these people work for him?
Yeah, they do. I've seen them before, and I think that would mean that they're affiliated.
Do you know where we could find that Angru person, and maybe we could set up a face-to-face, get him to pay for these people's houses, tell him that his men are intoxicated, running his equipment, which is clearly a violation of safety protocols. Like, even in his mind, if he did that, that's liability, he could hurt another employee. That employee needs to go on compensation. Like, there's a bunch of problems here.
So he's like, he does have a cantina, back in town. Perhaps you could go there if you're looking to face him. and what's your plans? Just to talk to him, or um, we just don't want you to stir the pot.
I was just going to talk to him, inform him of what happened. Well, that's my plan. I don't know about Slacks. Inform him what happened, and clearly we were protecting ourselves here, and we will just inform him of his where he can find his bulldozer, and make sure that everybody in that cantina hears us, so that if anything happens to the cities, and all eyes are on him in case he is a criminal mastermind that is. Somehow my accent there went to British when I said mastermind. uh, that if he, yeah, it's you. If you're trying to look clean and proper, somebody goes, "Hey, your shit fucked up this shit," and then that shit gets fucked up even more. It tends to point eyes towards you. So we're just going to see what we can. Technically, I'm trying to squeeze him.
Oh, okay. If you want, you can take the speeder and just make sure to return after. And he kind of explains in relation to where you were in the town that there's like a little like a suburb, I guess, next to it where there is a cantina where he is known to reside.
Just one more question. You've been around this planet so long, and you are a reputable figure. As you can, is there anybody within the city where we landed our the cataclysm, where we could find, maybe someone to assist us in case like it does get messy? Like, do you have an ally within the city walls that we could be? Hey, shit fucked up. We need a place to lay low for a moment.
I know there's been some Twi'leks here that have been very frustrated, and they'd probably be eager to exact like some sort of retribution on the thugs. I can ask around. Perhaps someone is willing to go and try to help you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just know that, like you guys told us, there is no pay in this. This is all voluntarily.
Okay. He's like, give me some time, and I will see if I can find an ally for you. And he kind of like walks away and goes to talk to some people. Is there anything you guys want to do, or do you kind of just want to wait and then head to do that right away?
I want to look at the bodies.
Cool. You find, I'd say 15 credits, like amongst the two of them. Like one had 7, one had 8. Like just change essentially. They each had a blaster. That is a just blaster pistol.
That makes 2 of it.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Okay.
And if you're starting to collect things, I think they have probably an encumbrance of 1 each.
So,
I think I'm not 100% sure, but I'd say that would make sense.
I'll be like, so, Slacks, do you want the extra credit, or because Cal isn't getting any of this? This is our hard work. Do you want the extra credit, or do you want me to keep it? Like,
Oh, you can have it. I don't really need it right now.
thank you. That's very kind of you. So I will take 8, and here's your 7. Also, you want a blaster pistol?
Sure, I'll take one of those. We got 2 of them, right? It's 1 each.
Yeah, sure. I will. Blaster pistol, same thing as a holdout blaster.
No, I don't think so. I think they're different.
And you said you gave me 7 credits?
Yeah.
I gave you 7 credits.
Cool. So
Blaster.
Burban comes back, and he's like, I found one of the more able-bodied Twi'leks that reside here, and he's saying that he'd be willing to travel with you and try to help. He's proud to be from here, and he wants to make sure that everything's taken care of. He's like, this is Fleck, and he's like I don't want to say white skin, but he's like a really, really pale blue. And he's a bit taller than the other Twi'leks. and he has like a little vest on and like an underbite, and he's like, I'd be willing to help you guys. When are we leaving? I say little
well, would
underbite.
you
I
like
mean
a-
an excessive overbite. Underbite, sorry.
Do you have what are your specialties? What's your name, anyways? I did not pick it up.
Fleck, and I'll put it in the thing.
Wait a minute, I'm just adding the stats to the Master Pistol on my sheet there. Ooh, it's medium range, not short. That's nice. Encumbrance is 1 and 3 hard points.
What
Nice.
do you have? Anything that's short range?
I have something that's I have my holdout blaster.
Is that only short range?
That was short, yeah.
Oh wow! So you can't even shoot medium range with the holdout blaster.
Oh, but I can with the blaster pistol now.
Yeah.
Ah.
Or just slug thrower for everything.
Yeah, it's always the best bet. And I do have brass knuckles. Like, so, Fleck, what is your area of expertise? You would say.
I'd say, I'm pretty strong. I lift things. That's what they got me here for. But I don't know if lifting them could really help us.
Well, I'll give you this, I guess, and I'm gonna take my brass knuckles that I have in my vest, and I'll be like, it's not lifting. My hand is a bit smaller than yours, but you know it's futuristic Star Wars time, so I think it'll adjust. So I'm gonna hand it, and the brass knuckles, I do believe, probably go with you. It's rebrawl.
Yeah, it's
So.
damage 4, critical 4, and it also has
and-
disorient.
Does
Yeah, I do have the stats here.
unequip it and save it.
He's like, oh, a bit snug, but I can make do.
And he's like, got like the fist ready.
So I'm actually gonna go. You also look like a very intelligent man. Give me a moment here. I'm gonna look at Slash and be like, we need to come up with a code word for this guy, and even for me. So if things with Engru go sideways, that I know I just start blasting. What should be our safe word, if you will?
As you guys are discussing, he's just like taking practice swings, like.
All right there, Kimbo.
I'm not sure.
What's something that doesn't pop up in normal conversation? How about, I know, Black? What is your favorite fruit?
Favorite food?
Sure.
I like water.
That is a terrible safe word because that in a cantina somebody can order water and this guy will start swinging. That's a terrible decision.
Swinging!
How about we say the safe word is safe words are hard, you know? How about
Just say, shoot, and I'll shoot him a good old knuckle sandwich.
how about we just go how about we just look and we go Fleck now. When we say Fleck now, swing. Don't
Swing!
care what you hit.
Swing!
Great, we've got the Hulk.
Flex
Yeah,
smash.
so- I'm not seeing those brass knuckles ever again. I've now created Rylar's backyard wrestling. Fuck. Yeah. So you ready to go, or is there anything else you'd like to do here, Slack?
I'm just gonna quickly take a look at that bulldozer and make sure it's good to go, so they can get that out of that house and out of the way.
Cool. Yeah, they've managed, like, the people there weren't people that drove bulldozers, but there's people around that managed to, like, back it out, and they put like sticks and like metal pipes and stuff to kind of support where like the corner of the home that's been like ripped out. And the people are like thankful that you guys were there to kind of deal with it, because they're like, hey, it could have been much worse. Like they're you can tell that the town is very grateful at this point.
Cool. Everything's in order here, then I guess we might as well head out. Go have our little conversation.
You guys are talking, and at this point, he's kind of wandered off. He's like, I don't know, 30 feet away. He's like, ah, ah.
Fleck,
No! No!
Just looking for something to hit, and you think finds a rock and starts pounding it.
okay, Fleck, we're going to go on the speeder. Right here.
Okay, let's go.
And he's like, oh, I gotta conceal the weapon. And he just like, as he sits down, he just sits on his hand. He's like,
They won't know I have knuckles.
and he looks at his other hand. He's like, ah. He sits on both hands.
We have a toddler. Oh no, okay. This is okay. Okay. Pretty well.
Hey,
Alright.
could you buckle me in? I'm concealing the weapons.
That's all you slacks, and I'm gonna just grab the wheel and start driving.
So just for the sake of narrative, you guys just you're driving. And at one point, let me just find that. There's a large crack and a flash of blinding light. The speeder slews around, spinning in circles. Smoke pours out of the hole in the chassis, and it takes all of your strength and skill to prevent the cart from flipping over. The craft comes to a sudden and jolting stop, burying its nose a meter into the sandy ground. And you,
God
Did they shoot us again?
damn it!
and they, you're getting close to the bluff, but you're not quite there. Like you're a ways off, but you could tell that this is the same kind of situation that has happened. And you can tell that there is one prominent figure standing on a bluff at like a distance, and another one that kind of pops out from behind a rock. And he's like, you guys think you could... You guys thought you could just talk your way out of it, right? And he holds up a pistol, and I'll use I'll spend the dark side, so you guys have 3 light, just to kind of make that narrative thing happen.
Fucking Jeff!
So Fleck is like,
What's going on?
Hide under the scoot. Like, just hide behind. Make sure you don't get shot. If anybody gets close, use the speeder. If it does me or Slack, start swinging. Okay?
Cool.
Swing for people, not the speeder.
So he's going to stand up. He's like, what? And it'll get you guys to just roll initiative at this point. The guy next to the rock is at medium range, and the guy on the cliff is at long range.
Is it a cool or a
It is cool, yeah.
green or yellow? That cool. Hello.
Cool is presence. Okay. Come on. Ooh. So,
Fleck.
and
Roll for Fleck.
oh, right. I do have to roll for Fleck. Damn. It's on 2 different pages. This is going to be a pain. I will just give you simple things about Fleck. Wound threshold 6. Soak is 3.
Wound threshold is 6. Soak is 3.
His brawn is 3.
3.
And yeah, I think that's pretty much all we need.
And he can punch.
He can punch. Cool. And oh, sorry, I have to look at his presence. Presence 1. So cool. So he's going to be NPC, PC, NPC, or sorry, NPC, PC, 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 NPC. So it's a sandwich. So the guy that popped out from behind the rock, he's like, "You won't get me again." He's gonna aim at you and shoot.
Me?
Jin, yeah.
God damn it! Why are they always shooting me?
Because you're the one who's putting your face out there. You're like, let me talk to you.
I have no presence. I am not a smart person when it comes to social interaction.
So let me just scroll up to this. Cool. Actually, he's not gonna aim. He's going to shoot, and then he's going to move behind cover. So green. Hey, Turnip, thanks for popping in, lurking. And medium range, that's 2 purples. Oh my god. So he shoots you, and that is for success.
I mean,
I think
it wouldn't be a session without you going down at least once.
Exactly. So let's say 8 damage. I'm just reading here. But
8?
yeah, let's say 8.
Jesus Christ.
Don't get yourself.
8, that's 5. Jesus Christ, so bad.
And then he's going to use his maneuver and duck behind a rock. And the rocks, you can tell,
Guys!
are great cover.
Guys, fellas.
Are you down?
I'm fucking down. You realize I get shot so much every session.
Okay. Ooh, right on. This is going to be interesting. So he's just ducked back behind the rock where he was, and Turnip did wish that the force be with us. So I do hope it is.
Wait. Let's hit. It's too late.
You were gonna upgrade one of the dice or whatever.
Yeah, just to see if you could miss.
Yeah. And with the 2 threats, what I'll do, I will give this guy a setback die the next time he attacks.
Cool.
So after that is going to be PC, and then the guy on the cliff. So who would like to go first? Or sorry, PC.
Let's just stand back.
But I want to shoot.
So Flex, like, looking at you, Slacks, he's like, now?
Can I hand off a stim pack to Fleck with maneuver?
I would say that yes, you can do that.
I'm gonna pass him a stim pack and like stab him with that. And then I'm gonna take an aim with the guy up on the cliff and take a shot for my action.
Cool. So take aim in a narrative sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And it
So
is long
that'd be
range.
2 purple,
2
cause
purple. Yeah, exactly. That scope is gonna be gonna come in handy.
Come on!
Oh.
So, and you can tell that if you hit him, you like this bowcaster is like a 1-hit kill kind of weapon. But unfortunately, you did not hit. So that's your turn. So I at this point, just because I'm going to make Fleck make an easy intellect check, because you did say stab him. There's
Oh no!
there.
He would have pointed.
Pointed down. I said stab him.
Okay,
pointing down at
okay.
him.
Okay. In that case, I will let it slide. But I was like, stab him, eh? Ah! Cool. So he's gonna use his maneuver to actually he's gonna use action to give you the stim pack. So you heal 4.
3.
It's
4?
4, yeah. And then he's going to use his maneuver, and he's just gonna hop behind the speeder, so he takes cover.
Oh, now it's my turn.
Yes. What year is
That
it?
happened. This happens too many fucking times. And I'm just going to incidental pull out my rifle, all groggly and shit, aim to the guy on the cliff with my maneuver, shoot, and after I take my shot, I'm taking 2 more strain and laying the fuck down under, like where it's nosedive, just under it.
Cool. So I will. So maneuver to get up.
Incidental to. Oh. Shit. I can only get 2 maneuvers. So what do I want to do here?
If you maneuver, get up, shoot, 2 strain to hide. That'd be without aiming though.
Yeah.
I think that's your best option. Like,
I
just take
could
the
do-
shot and get out before you die again.
Set up, aim, shoot. Dive under for my second maneuver. But maneuver would be to jump up. Yeah. No, solid. Yeah, I just won't aim then. Fuck.
Okay, perfect. Are you shooting the closer guy or the further guy?
Oh, the further guy has great fucking cover right now, so I'm going for Cliff guy who's in the open.
Yes.
Oh.
He is the cliff is beyond the cliff is the far one.
Oh, green. Blue because he hasn't taken a turn.
Correct, and also it's only 2 purple because you have the scope, right?
I have the telescopic scope.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. So I'm going to. I will give you a. Oh, don't forget when you go down. What is it? Is it a
critical injury?
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
critical
Okay,
injury.
cool. I don't know what the second one is. I have it here though. I think somewhere.
We actually got it
We
healed.
healed 1. I don't
Right.
know if he had 2.
Oh, so you're back to 1, I think.
Yeah, I'm back to 1.
'Kay,
I'm back to 1 now because we had it healed when we came back last planet.
Okay.
First landed on Ryloth.
Perfect. So,
Oh.
you suffer 2 strain. That's the first critical injury. And then with this threat, I'll give you another strain. So you should be at 3 strain. Oh, actually, you should be at 5 strain.
Just give me a minute. Extra strain.
Oh, shit.
Takes my strain to 5.
Perfect.
Right, so that means damage-wise, that is 9 points of damage. I believe 7 plus 2. Yeah, 9. And then I duck under.
Cool. So let me just find their stat block here. So 9 damage. Cool.
The person on the cliff.
Cool. He takes a good hit, but you can tell they're wearing some sort of armor under their clothes, where it kind of hits, but you hear like a pating. Well, not a pating, but like you can tell. I'm just giving you the information that they're wearing armor, some sort of armor. So he takes a bit of damage, and after that, it is the guy on the cliff's turn. So since everybody's taking a cover, he's going to use a maneuver and try a I'll say agility and kind of hop down a steep slope just to get to medium range. So and I will say that it's a medium difficulty. So agility, he has 3. Oh, so he on his way down, he's like,
Can I
this. Yeah, sure. What are you saying?
add a fucking black dice to that? Like, up one of those? Just use one of my light sides.
He already failed. If you, yeah, you're supposed to use the light to affect your dice, I think.
Okay.
And if he was shooting you, you could upgrade it, but it's like him and like a natural thing, like not you. So I'll just, yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
he basically is like, okay, I'm gonna climb down this cliff and like get to a better position, and he kind of slips and falls on his face. He takes some amount of damage, and he is laying there. He's going to use 2 strain, however, to get up. Yeah, 2 strain. And then he's going to shoot at Slacks, who is the only one not in cover. So, oh shit. Okay, cool. That's neat. I just read one of their abilities, and I'm sure, yeah. medium range, purple. Oh, not 9.9 PP. So yeah, so heavy blaster pistol. Boom. Oh, he misses. He's going to give himself with the 2 advantage a blue dice on the next attack he gets. So we're going back around.
NPC's the guy. It would be one of them.
He's gonna take the shot right away. So boof, and he's like, and he's gonna aim before shooting this time.
Ugh.
So
You got a lot of
Bring
soak
it.
there.
what's that, sorry, Slacks?
I said, bring it.
Oh,
Ow.
We should have upgraded one of his dice. We got to remember, we can upgrade his dice.
so that is 13 damage. And the critical, he's going to deal a that is a critical for the heavy blaster rifle. He's going to deal a critical injury.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, and you said the first one gives 2 strain critical?
Yes, yeah. So your guys' turn. So who wants to go first? Fleck is like,
I got knuckles, and you guys got blasters. Ah!
I'm going to, since I have my slug thrower out, and he's screaming this, I'm going to slide my holdout pistol to him, because I still have it on me, just not equipped. I'm going to slide it like towards him, going, shoot him.
so for the sake of it, I will say that your incidental thing that makes you pull one out, I'll make it that like a free action.
As I was hoping for. And then for Buddy who just shot because I assume that shot made fucking Slack say something. That hurt.
Oh yeah, definitely. 6 success.
I'm going to aim. My skill tree here. Skill blows doesn't do it right now. Stalker doesn't do quick draw, jump up doesn't do anything.
Okay, sorry. Actually, the thing I read. Let me just double check this chart. So, actually, lethal blow. The first critical injury inflicted by a journeyman bounty hunter per day counts as 2 critical injuries to the target. So I will say that is a 2-level critical injury instead. The second level is suffer a setback die to your next action, no ongoing effect.
Great!
What does it do?
He gets a setback die to the next thing he does. The next roll, essentially.
Right. I don't get any of that.
No, just him.
Right. Yeah, because he got shot. I just got downed.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to use one of the light side die.
Yep.
To up my slug thrower.
Okay.
3 yellow.
Mm.
I'm going to aim.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to shoot the fucker who fell off the cliff.
Sounds good.
I have to click the type bar. That would help.
Yeah. That's a good way to start
So-
typing.
Blue. And then purple.
Yes.
Triumph.
So Triumph, you can use it to give him a critical injury right away.
I will give him a critical injury right away. That is, I'm going to use some of that advantage to take some strain. I got 5. I don't want any more.
Cool.
Oh, there's 4 of that. So yeah, I can't go below 4, so I can bring myself back to my daily low right now. And yeah, so that's 8 points of damage with a 8 points of 8 points of damage.
Cool. He goes.
Critical injury.
He goes down. So, boom, and he drops to the ground.
And just as I'm still got the gun trailed on the rocks, I'm going to yell at Fleck. Get the guy from behind the rocks. Pull him out. Lift him like those boxes.
And he's like, no.
Now!
So, he's gonna get up and be like,
Fleck, lift!
and he's gonna run over and he's gonna try to pull the bounty hunter from behind the rock and pull him out of his cover. So I'm gonna make an opposed brawl check.
Do you want one of us to roll his?
No, it's represented by purple die on my roll.
Okay.
Purple, and I did say that the next attack he would get had a setback die, so I'll just give it here. The guy that's behind the rock, he did get a threat or 2 threat or whatever, so I'll just add it here. So maneuver to move there. Actually, it'd be 2 maneuver. I'll say that Fleck grabs strength because there's short range and then there's engage that's even closer. I'll just give Fleck 2 of those and let's go. Ooh. So Fleck runs up and tries to yank, and I'll say that he like kind of stumbles back. He's like, uh-oh. So so he doesn't manage to. He like pushes him off when Fleck tries to get him.
As we see this, I'll just go, well, Slack, at least he has a new target now.
Okay, so it is Slax's turn.
So can I see the guy behind the rock right now, or is he?
He does have cover.
Yes,
Yeah, he does have cover, so that means he gets you add a setback die to your attack. Actually, the rocks provide excellent cover, and that is 2 setback die.
That's not great.
No.
Swarm him.
You could use a maneuver to kind of move sideways to kind of get a better angle on it. If you do so, I can remove one of the setback die.
Nah, can I maneuver, short range, stress, engage, and then punch him in the face?
So you run up to him and
Yeah, I don't want to risk hitting our new friend.
cool. Sounds good. Sure. Go ahead.
And what difficulty is that?
That is difficulty 1, an easy. So 1 purple.
And for that, the second crit, does that affect this? So it's the next action I did, right?
Yes. So 1 extra, or sorry, just 1 setback die.
That's the black, right?
Yep. 1 success, 1 threat, 1 triumph. What would you like to spend the triumph on? You can you can inflict a critical injury. You can use it as advantages to give yourself a blue die on the next one, or you can use it to regain strain.
We'll just crit him.
Cool. That sounds good. So that gives him 2 strain. Cool. So how much damage is that?
That's what I'm trying to check. What my claws were. Were my claws just 1 damage base?
I think it's like 4, maybe. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I have it wrote down as 1, and I'm thinking that doesn't sound right.
No.
Yeah, because what is a fist if a claw is 1?
Exactly.
Is that your Slave Leia impression?
No, I don't have a costume that I wear.
Claws. When a Trandoshan makes a brawl check to deal damage to an opponent, he deals +1 damage and has a critical rating of 3.
Oh, it's +1 to whatever a normal one would be, I think.
So what's a normal one?
That is a great question.
I wear tabletop RPG. Fist.
Quick Google search. Punch dagger. No. No. That'd be cool though. I just want to say 3, just for the sake of narrative. Let's just keep her going, and I'll say 3. So like 3 total,
Alright,
like
so
2
that'd
plus
be-
1, so like 3 instead of 2.
Wouldn't it be his brawl, his brawn.
Is that the number that represents that?
Melee hits. Melee right here is brawn, so it'd be like -2, so it's green. Oh, I don't know, maybe
No, that's
2.
like that's the roll to hit.
Alright.
That makes sense though that it would be represented by the brawn score. So yeah, let's do that. So
My brawn is 3, so then +1 would be 4, and then the 1 success, does that add on top of that?
yeah, so
Be
that'd
5?
be 5. Yeah. Let me just double check here.
I think that's what we did the first time when we were fighting the Gamorreans, because you kept swiping, and since they had a soak of 3,
You needed to roll pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, you punch him, but you punch him right in the armor, and his soak of 5 cancels out your
Damn it.
your attack.
and
But I did crit him.
But you did crit him, right? That is true. And
shit his armor.
I will give you guys this information. They do not suffer strain; they suffer wounds instead. So anything that
Well,
gives
sweet.
them strain counts just as wounds instead, which is how most NPCs kind of work, unless they're like a big bad. But anyways, that is the last of the PCs. So this guy is going to he's going to step back as a maneuver, and he is going to try to shoot Slacks at short range.
Did he get out of cover? Can I see him now, or is he just running?
He did get out of cover. So, sorry, green, yellow, and then, 1 purple short range, and he did use his black thing already, and I'm going to use a dark side to upgrade it. So we're at
Right.
two light,
Dart.
1 light, 2 dark. Oh, 2 light, 1 dark. Yeah, you did use it. So 2 light, 1 dark. Cool. Whew. Okay, well that's kind of lucky. But that is a crit.
Oh fuck. Axe, no.
Okay, so suffer a setback die to all actions until this critical injury is healed. And
Jesus.
7 damage. Or sorry, 8 damage. Yeah. Cool.
You looking there, Slacks?
I'm hurting, but I'm still up.
God damn it. He's taking more hits than me, more critical injuries, and he's like, I am a beast. I stand up, a light breeze hits me, like,
Yeah, Trandoshan is like, yeah, I am a beast. So,
it's great.
so going back around, for the sake of it, I will say that the top slot for the NPC is gone, and we'll just keep the bottom one, because he just went. It would be weird for him to go again. So, anyways, it'll be you 3, and then him. So, who is going first? He's not in cover. He kind of stepped out.
Slacks, enact your revenge. It's all yours, man. He's hit you hard. I'm giving you the chance to hit him first.
I'm assuming using a bowcaster this close is probably not optimal.
It is not a problem, though, actually.
There's no disadvantage for using it.
No, you just get a setback die because you are critically injured, but like that's pretty much it.
Well, then I aim and I shoot.
Cool. So 1 purple, because it's an easy shot, because he's just a few feet away from you, and then a setback die because you have the thing, and a blue because you're aiming. So it's a whole bunch of goodness.
Please.
Nice.
Blank on the 2 negative dice. So you can use those advantages to get a strain, or to heal a strain if you like, or give yourself a blue dice on the next attack, or something of the sort. I get a feeling you might not attack again, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'll just use it to remove a strain, I guess.
Okay, perfect. So you shoot. How much damage is that?
12.
Cool. He is looking rough, but he is still up. You shoot him, and he like bends over. He's like, like you can
I
tell.
really wish I could get a crit with this damn gun already.
That'd be good. How many advantages do you need to use for the knockdown feature? I don't remember how that works.
Oh, knockdown with 2 advantages, knock target prone. So I could have used the 2 to knock him down. So maybe I'll do that and take the strain back.
Sure. So you shoot him, and he like bends over and like falls to the ground in like a little ball. He's like,
I'm gonna take my turn since he's on the ground now.
okay,
I'm going to incidental for jump up from my skill tree, jump up and just like run out because it's an incidental to get up from prone to up for me.
oh, then you could have aimed earlier that one shot where I was like, oh, maneuver to
Back.
get up. Yeah, sorry.
Because once per round you may stand up from prone or seated position as an incidental. So I'm gonna and just run up to him, take 2 strain, 2
Yep.
engaged.
Yep.
So let me grab some engaged here.
If you
That's
wouldn't have been
something to ask.
engaged, I would have given you a setback because shooting a prone character.
So I'm gonna go right to engage. That gives me 6 strain now. And I'm going to take my slug thrower, and just as we first met Jin, gun against his head, going, "We're going to ask a few questions, and you're going to answer them. If your next answer isn't yes, I'm going to see what the inside of your skull looks like."
Cool. I will get you to make a coerce check, and I will give you 1 boost die because he is injured, and another boost die because that was really cool.
He's also very outnumbered.
Yes, definitely.
You gave me a boost. You gave me 2 boosts or 1?
2 boosts. Yeah, and his what is his thing? It is against vigilance, so 1 purple, 1 red.
Ooh. Oh.
So you're kind of nervous if he's gonna answer, if he's gonna pull some sort of tricky bounty hunter thing. So I will give you a strain from that. You're running up and you're like whipping out the thing and a whole bunch of stuff happening at the same time.
Thinking of the cool line as I'm running.
Yeah, exactly. Hurting your brain. But yeah, so you run up and you do that, and he seems to be kind of giving up, and then it is the other guy's turns. So Slacks.
I'm gonna say flex stop at the end.
Okay.
Just because this guy's gonna come and stop him.
So Slacks. Was there anything new?
I shot first
Yeah,
this
so it would be
round.
flex.
So if we're still in initiative, if he's not,
Oh.
we're not out.
Okay, cool. Sorry. So it is Flex turn. He's going to make a easy intellect check.
To listen to obey orders.
Any information about that?
What was that?
We need some information about that.
Okay, cool. So, so it is an easy, but it's with his intellect. Oh,
Flex.
and then, oh,
God damn
so
it,
so
Flex.
he's going to be like, Fleck, stomp, and he's gonna run up. he's gonna try to stomp him. So.
No! Damn it.
Fleck stomp. And he has 3 brawn.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll give him a blue, and I'll give him another blue because the guy kind of gave up already. And 1 purple.
Of course.
And I think that's a crit. Can you crit with melee? I think so, right?
Unless if he's using the brass knuckles.
No, he's stomping.
My clause says crit is 3. And that's what I broke down at least.
I want to say that a crit, yeah, that kind of makes sense. So for the sake of it, he goes up to this guy and just stomps on his head, and you see what the inside of his skull looks like.
All over Lex's boot.
Well, I don't think the stim pack's bringing this one back.
Zach, I'm just gonna look at Fleck and be like, it's on his cheek, go.
Good job, buddy.
Good job.
He's
I'm
like,
going to go.
He's like, oh, we beat these guys. The mining town is safe.
Yes, they are, Fleck.
Yes.
They're safer.
So, I'm going to say we take a moment, and I'm going to go look at what that fucker at the cliff had under his clothing.
Yes, let's go search Bezo.
Yeah, no, wait, Jeffrey just got his head stepped on.
yeah, he
No,
did.
he was the one that got stepped on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Bezos just died in the Star Wars canon.
He should. You know what? That's what you get for going to space, buddy.
Yeah, shouldn't he be exploring Ryloth? So, you can take a look, and you can tell that they are both wearing laminate armor.
Score.
I'm going to take the laminate armor for sure. The time to get it dressed. Like, I'm going to put this on. Screw this little clothing.
Cool.
What is laminate armor?
It's +2 soak.
+2 soak, so heavy clothing gets out of my face.
Because heavy clothing is just +1, right?
Yeah, this is +2.
Yep.
To any defense to it?
Nope.
Encumbrance?
I'm looking it up.
Encumbrance is 4, hard points is 3, rarity is 5.
Sure.
How much does it cost, just so I can know?
2,500.
Okay, so soak of 2 added to it. Well, my soak was 3. so
They
that
don't
means I
have the helmet part, but they definitely have like a body armor.
I'm just going to put it on and then just like take like I had heavy clothing, but I was gonna put like my sweater, my trench coat back over, like basically trying to cover it up so when people look at me going like, oh, that guy's wearing laminate armor. Kind of like they were just covering it up to look as if I'm an easy shot.
Yeah, they looked a little bit puffy. Like it looked like a snowsuit, but they just had like armor underneath.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. Soak of 4.
Also, the encumbrance is reduced when you're wearing it. I don't remember by how much, but I think it reduces the encumbrance of armor when you're wearing it. I want to double check, but yeah, for the sake of it, it doesn't cause any encumbrance. I think it's -5, so it cancels out.
Okay, cool. Right on. I'm still at the same encumbrance. I'm just going to look at Slacks and go, can you get that fucking blaster pistol that Cal was so happy to get? So happy to be like, look, I've got a fucking blaster pistol! And he fucking drops it, and we get shot with it. That is...
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing it. Don't worry. Maybe I'll even sell it back to him again.
You know what? No, we're going to town. Sell it to the people in town.
So the guy that was on the cliff actually has a blaster rifle as well.
Ooh, blaster rifle. I am taking that and... Yeah. Blaster rifle? Hells yeah. I will look that shit right now. I want that.
It is damage 9, critical 3, range wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Range
Oh, yeah.
long, and it does have a stun setting.
And I'm going to take, like, I'm sure we're taking a little breath here because we're putting on armor. I'm taking my scope off the slug thrower and putting it on that rifle.
Cool. And that's how I was able to shoot at long range your cart. Not a cart, but
I'm taking...
he shot your horse. No.
A horse! Alright, so I am taking that for sure. And then my slug thrower. weapon. Add a
So,
weapon.
so as you guys are like putting on armor, Fleck is like,
Yeah, Flex, stomp. And he's like, stomp, swing.
Yes, Fleck, you did real good, buddy. Like, ugh.
He's like, they couldn't even shoot me. I'm too quick.
This thing is ice. Four. I should have three now because I have the four.
cool. So for the sake of it, let's fast forward a bit to you guys traveling to this little suburb, and you do see you park the speeder and you do see a couple like a block away. You do see the cantina that was described by Buraban.
I mean, they're just finding telescopic scope. Long extreme. Unequip my slug thrower. Alright, they're just finishing this. Oh, I like this. This is nice. As I'm holding the blaster rifle, going, this I like. This I like. Yeah, so we're going to the suburb area. Yeah, sure. So Fleck, I wanted to let you know you are a very valued person to this group. I would appreciate it if you would stay outside the cantina. If you hear me scream, Fleck, 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 holy fuck, Fleck, run in. Aside from that, outside and look menacing.
He looks at you. He's like,
How do I know that'll be you?
You hear my accent?
No, I don't hear things like that. I treat everybody equally.
Okay, how about if I scream, Fleck, Fleck, holy fuck, Fleck, your favorite food is water? Fleck, come in now. That is your sign to come in and start swinging.
It'll be more likely it's you, and then I'll be able to go inside and help.
Exactly. But first, before we go in here, is there a shop around us?
not directly here. If you'd like to search, you might be able to find one.
I want to find, because I want to offload some shit that I have on me.
Okay. So I will get you to make an average perception check.
So dot R perception. Ooh. An average is one purple?
2 purple.
Purple. God damn it.
So you're looking around and you don't see any shops, and you can tell you might need to go more into town to find a shop. And this is more like a residential area with cantinas here and there, but not as many shops.
We'll use that those successes though those advantages to take a strain off.
I will limit that to in combat,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
because otherwise you guys could just spam do things to heal all your strain.
Not a problem. So what I will do though to get rid of some encumbrance, I will throw my slug thrower rifle in the
And the
Speeder.
Peter?
Actually, I will take my slug thrower and give it to Fleck.
He's like, oh,
That is better. That-
he's happy.
and you know what? I will gift that to you. It is yours. You can use that to defend Numin.
I really like this, and I appreciate it.
Not a problem. You just tell Biraban, teach you how to use it before you use it. Unless you use it today.
And you hear me scream, Fleck, Fleck, holy fuck, Fleck, your favorite drink is water. And you can practice today.
Okay.
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 So I will take that so that it's encumbrance of 5. Oh, that lightens me so up.
So
That's awesome.
So as you guys are kind of looking around and doing some stuff with the spear, you see a couple of thugs kind of walk out, and there's an Aqualish and a human that kind of walk out, and they seem to kind of go walk up the street. You can tell that they seem to just be leaving, but you can tell that they're kind of dressed and they look affiliated to the ones that you guys did fight back at New Mean.
All right, so Slack, want to take the lead on this? Because I'm hurting. I think you're more social than I am.
Speaking of the hurting thing, don't we know somebody who could help heal you up a little more?
But that's a bit more into town. Right now we're in the suburb area.
You sure you're up for this?
I am ready for non-violence, but if violence happens, Francois will answer the call.
All right, let's go talk.
All right, let's go. Are you taking... Okay, got to know here before. Who's taking the lead on the conversation?
I can do it.
No.
No. You're going to wait outside, remember?
Oh, right.
He's just holding the slug thrower. He's like, I will.
So, do you want to take the lead on this, or do you want me to keep trying?
I think you need the practice.
Okay. All right. Christ almighty. I just... fuck. All right. This might be easy. All right, let's go. I'm gonna lead the way into the cantina while just... Like, not an air of arrogance or bourgeoisie, just confidence, trying to hide how fucking beat to shit I am.
Cool. I'll get you to make an easy cool check.
Okay, not bad. It's purple.
Yeah, 1 purple.
1 purple versus my yellow. Let's do this.
So just for this, once every like 5 steps, you have like half a limp. You're like, like,
A bit of blood trickling down my arm.
yeah, cool. So you guys kind of walk that way, and Fleck is like, by outside the cantina, do you mean here, or do you mean like at the door? Because they're both outside the cantina.
By the door, Fleck. By the door.
Okay. And he like gets out of the thing. He's like, you're okay. So only one person can summon me, and it is you. By saying, holy fuck, Fleck, holy fuck, your favorite food is water. Or
Also,
Fleck,
Slack.
Fleck, holy fuck, Fleck. I don't even remember what it was.
Also, this guy, Slack.
Slacks.
Slacks.
What are you gonna say, Slacks?
I'm just gonna say, Fleck, get the fuck in here. There's water.
Okay. As long as I don't confuse both, we'll be good. So, you guys kind of make your way towards the cantina, and inside it seems to be relatively quiet. Fleck kind of stands at the door facing the other way, like he was guarding it. He's holding the slug throw in front of him, so he looks like pretty much like a guard, like literally just standing outside the door with a gun. And you guys kind of walk in, and
In suburbia.
yes, there's houses and stuff. He's like, yeah. After this, I'm gonna get myself some water. Yeah. so he's standing there, guard. You guys walk in, and kind of like a saloon, like the doors kind of open, and you kind of stand there. And the first thing you see, there's a couple of thugs kind of sitting, and they're like playing some sort of dice game or whatever. and they kind of look up, and they're like, "What are you guys doing? What do you want here?"
We are looking for a man named. Gotta go to my notes. A man named Angru. You gave me his name, but I lost it.
Dom.
Angu Drum.
Angru Drum.
Yeah, he's here. What's it to you?
We've like to report that we've located one of his how do they tell it space bulldozers.
He's like, yeah. What proof you got? Cause he doesn't mess around, this Angu Drum, you know.
I'm going to take one of the blaster pistols that was on one of the corpses and just like not hold it on the trigger, just like you know how the cops go like, "Is this your gun?" and go like, "I got this."
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
like Horatio Kane. Like I'm gonna go like take the gun out like this and just go.
The pencil in the
Yeah.
next to the trigger. I will get you to make an average negotiate, but I will give you a boost die because of the presented evidence.
Fuck. I really need to boost my social skills. And you said so boost and what is it?
Negotiation. Sorry. 2 purple and a blue added to whatever your negotiation is. So you're starting to sweat a little bit, and you're like, and this guy's like, "You stay here. I'll be right back." And the other guy's like quiet, like sitting the other side of the table. That guy gets up and starts to head towards the back room. Was there anything you wanted to do while this is happening?
Is there a barkeep?
There is not. There seems to be almost like a private club.
Hey, can I look at Buddy and just like as I'm sweating, going, "I am very hot. I rode through the desert. I don't care what type of alcoholic beverage it is. I will pay credits for it. I don't care if it's upcharged. May I please have a drink?"
The other guy's like, "Yeah, you just wait here. I'll go get that for you. It'll be, I don't know, 12 credits." And he kind of gets up and, like, scoots the bench, and he, like, starts to walk towards the bar.
Hey, I'm just gonna wait for my drink patiently.
Cool.
I will mark off 12 credits.
Cool. So he gets you some sort of, it's like a blue milk mixed with, like, some sort of space alcohol.
A space Russian, a space blue Russian.
Yeah. It's not a white Russian, it's a blue Russian. So he's gonna give that to you. He'll take your credits and he's gonna sit back down and he's just gonna stare at you guys. And then the guy is coming back from the back. He's like, "Yeah, you just wait. Angu's coming. He's just putting pants on, you know. He's taking it very casual today." And he kind of goes and sits down at the table. And then you see a short, like a bigger guy. And he kind of walks out and he's like, "Hoy! Who we got here? Who these people? Who these people? You say you got a bulldozer? Who these people?"
Why are they stereotypically from Brooklyn? All of them.
That's what the gangs sound like here. These are gangsters, you know? The gangsters. Old timey gangsters, you know? So this guy, he's like a bigger guy, and he's coming out, and
Human or?
he is a human, I believe. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, human. So he's walking out. You can tell he has a blaster pistol freshly strapped to his pants. And he's walking out and he's like, what's going on?
What's going on here?
What's going on here?
Yo, give me a Philly cheesesteak on the double.
Who are you people? What can you do for me? You say you got my bulldozer?
Oh no. Well, I'm gonna take my blue Russian and just go. Is it any good, or did Buddy just fucking be like, fuck it?
I will say that it's actually not bad for how bad you expected it. It's surprisingly okay.
I'm just gonna go. May we have a seat?
Yeah, we can have a seat, you know. Let's go have a seat over here. And you sit like across the room from the other two that resume their game of some sort of dice game.
So I'll be like, Mr. But how do you say his name? Angu?
Drum. Oh, Angu, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Drum. That's right, because I have to be professional and very courteous here. Mr. Drum, we come from the town of New Mean, and this morning we were awoken by some of your employees who were driving your machinery under the influence. They crashed the bulldozer into the home of some of the Twi'leks that lives there, and I just wanted to say, Monsieur, that it's very dangerous because yes, this did not happen on your property, and I understand it's not your problem. These men acted on their own, but I'm here to bring this to your attention. Meaning, if they were intoxicated driving your machinery and they ended up being here on the work site, they could have run into another employee. That would be compensation on your end to pay for that employee's disability. You'd have to pay for some AA for those men to get rehabilitated so that they can come back to work. It just seems like some of your men are taking you for granted and abusing what seems like you've created a very nice environment for them to work.
He's like, well, I pay my guys pretty good. So, you know, they tend to, if they do some foolish stuff, they do somewhere where, you know, my guys can't get hurt, you know? They do it elsewhere.
Oh, but this is the problem, Monsieur Drum. They did get hurt. The collision that they had with the home, I believe your equipment might not be damaged beyond relief. I am not a construction worker. I cannot tell the stability of your equipment, but the home of some of the Twi'leks was destroyed, and sadly, the accident claims the life of all the men. One crawled out spitting blood, and he was clear he reeked of alcohol.
Uh-huh. So I will get you to make a deceit.
Deception? Thank you.
Yeah, versus his it would be his willpower. It'll be 2 green. Or 2 purple, yeah, sorry. So he's like, that's very unfortunate, you know? So we do have some openings in the crew. You guys coming here to get employed? Is that what you're doing? We do have some new construction down that way. You know? There's some Twi'leks that are fucking problems, but you know, we got them taken care of, you know? You gotta squish the bugs when they fucking run around your work site, you know?
We're just gonna like side eye Slacks and go in, looking for like a yes or a no.
And he looks at Slacks. He's like, "You look pretty strong. You know, you can lift stuff. I like that. I like that you can lift stuff. You know, we like the Trandoshans."
Fleck didn't hear that, did he?
You don't know.
Well, if they
If
were
you
at
were
the
lifting
entrance,
things, I think he would react to that.
if they were at the entrance and we went to the other side, we're pretty far from the door right now.
I'm picturing like go in left and right, not like front
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Okay.
My hand's sitting on my pistol when you look over at me.
We're not looking for employment currently. We are currently employed. Thank you for the offer, though. It's very gracious of you. But we are just wondering, the North Mountain, that is what I've heard is the border where your work site is and where the Twi'leks live, correct?
I mean, for now, we'll move the mountain. You know, once we purchase their estates. You know, we'll we'll be in charge of that whole area. We'll get some of that. You know, everybody gets a bit of the dough.
So by purchase, you mean like doing the work that your gentlemen have done today by recklessly endangering the lives of children, mothers, fathers, people who are defenseless.
He's gonna put a blaster on the table. He's like, "Are you saying that I'm not doing it by the books and trying to squeeze these
Oh.
people out of their homes?"
Now, I'm not saying this because, again, I'm not from Rydars. I do not know what your workman's code is. I'm just inquiring information because I'm new to the planet and I want to learn.
I'm gonna say right now, you got two options. You walk out of here, or I drag you out of here.
I'm just gonna again, my blood is trickling down my arm and I walked with a limp. I'm going to go, thank you very much. And I'm going to get up and somewhat twist my leg where my limp was, fall to the ground while putting my hand on the blaster rifle and just go, fuck, 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 oh fuck, Fleck, your favorite water, your favorite drink is water, fuck, while screaming that, and then draw my pistol on him. And
Cool.
not my pistol, the rifle.
We will get an initiative roll at this point.
But I did scream it.
And you are prone, just to be clear, at the start of combat.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I did. I'm using my incidental to pull the rifle on him.
Sure. Let's roll some cool checks.
Don't roll. Ah, fuck.
This is for this is for Angu.
Oh,
This is for the minion group. I think they just have one. I think. Let me just double check here. Yeah, they just have one. Cool.
oh.
And then Fleck.
On Fleck.
Okay. So we have a 0 success, 1 success, 3 success. Okay, so it's going to be NPC, PC, PC, NPC, PC. So 1, 2, 1, 1. Yes, 1, 2, 1, 1. I will write it down because I will get confused. So, NPC,
This is how I die.
Might be both of us.
This is
NPC,
how I die.
NPC, PC, PC, NPC, PC. Yes, that makes absolute sense. Right on. So, I'm going to run the 2 thugs as a group. So we'll go from there. So at the start of combat, I will make Engu actually get up and scoot his chair towards you, just in a narrative sense. So you kind of don't get a shot right away, and he's going to move back to short range, and I will say for the sake of it, he's going to use his action to basically get behind another table and get cover. That's the first turn.
Okay.
Cool. So we're going to PC, PC, NPC, PC. So who would like to go first?
AI?
Yes, you may.
I'm going to. Blaster's already out. Stand. Incidental get up.
Mhm.
So he's short range from me behind a table.
He is short range from you behind a table, yes.
Walk around the chair. Fuck it. Walk around the chair. He's short range, so is the table standing up and he's just ducking, so if I was standing up, he's just there?
I would still say that he has cover unless you go around, actually move
Alright, so I'll
away.
Just basically take the blaster and walk around so I can get a shot at him.
Cool. So maneuver to move and then action to shoot.
Actually, I will change that.
Okay.
I will maneuver, if possible, up just go at a table, go like this, maneuver to aim at one of the thugs that's by the door,
Okay.
and take a shot at which one looks bigger and tougher.
The guy that got you the drink looks a little bit tougher.
I'll take a shot at him.
Cool. It is a, I will say medium range across the cantina.
There we go. Those I'm aiming.
So 2 purple and a blue because you are aiming. Nice. What would you
That
like?
is
What would you like to use those advantage for?
advantages. That's 1 under the crit rating. So I'll actually heal some strain if possible.
Yeah, you can heal a strain.
And yeah, so I'll heal a strain. That is 10 points of damage to that dude.
Cool. And that guy is. You shoot him, and he was like mid dice roll when all this like happens, and he kind of looks up. You shoot him, and he kind of just slouches back on his chair at the table, like. Oh. So you incapacitate him.
And I am going to, because I didn't use my movement to be a maneuver, I'd have to add more strain. That would bring me to 8. Yeah, I'm going to gain 2 strain for another maneuver to shoot and then just find a spot that I can duck under a table to get cover.
Cool. I'd say that you can do that. Perfect.
Right.
So that is your turn. And
Oh wait, sorry. Just want to add this to my roll because I forgot it. He didn't take a turn.
Oh, right. He's still dead. But future reference, if you forget something, we'll re-roll the whole thing.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. So he's still dead. And that could have been a crit, but he's still dead.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'll say that Fleck is actually gonna storm in at this point. And he's like, get me some water! And he's gonna run up and grab the slug thrower like a bat and try to swing at the other guy sitting at the table.
Yeah, Fleck.
And his brawl is
3.
This is actually melee, which is different, but it's based on brawn, which is the same. So I guess that's fine. Okay, and then purple, and yeah, cool. So he gives him a good smack, and the guy takes a bit of damage, but he's still up. He takes it in like the back, and he's like, "Hey, what you doing, boy?" And he he didn't get the training on how to use the slug thrower, so he's improvising. So now I believe it is Slax's turn.
Is it? I thought you said it was NPC, player, NPC.
Oh, right, it is. Yes. So the NPC that just got smacked is going to turn around and try to. He's going to aim and try to shoot Fleck. But it is green for the shot. Actually, no, green, and then purple because he's engaged, and an aim, which is blue. Nothing. So he's like, "Hey!" And he whips out a pistol and kind of shoots, but Fleck is like kind of moving in a weird fashion, and he kind of just misses, and it goes into like the rafters, like it doesn't hit him. Cool. So then PC. So Slacks.
I'm just gonna pull a heavy blaster, aim it at Trom, and say, "Just give up now."
I will get you to make an intimidation check. And it is going to be a... it is a coerce check. Sorry, it's not... Intimidate is not a thing. Yeah, it'll be a hard, actually. So 3 purple. I will give you a boost die, just because the havoc that is happening right now. Nice.
Oh, I saw that off.
Cool. So I will give you a strain, as you're like trying to not shoot him, and you're like, just like cool. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We're going back to the start, right? I believe so. Start of initiative.
Yeah.
So NPC, the guy that is caught up with Fleck is going to try the same thing again. So green, green, purple, purple, blue. Oh, almost messed up that roll. He manages to shoot him. So he shoots Fleck, and Fleck takes... doesn't take enough to drop him, but he takes a bit of damage. And cool. Now we're going to PC.
How much damage? Because I'm keeping track of Fleck there.
He takes... Oh, shit. I rolled the wrong one. Oh, it's weird. He's using the same stat block as that guy. He takes 7 damage, so that's 4. So he's low. Yeah,
He's hurt. He's hurting.
he is. So who would like to
Right,
go?
so I will delegate the next turn to Fleck to drop
That's what
that
I was
asshole.
thinking. Let him smack the dude.
Cool. So Fleck is going to aim and then try to smack him with the slug thrower.
Shoot him or smack him?
Smack him.
God damn it, Fleck. Shoot him. It hurts more.
Well, I don't know. We'll see about that. And that is purple because he is using it as a melee weapon and not not a blasters. And then blue because he aimed. Ooh, he's going to give himself a boost die on the next one. So he's like, he missed and he kind of like gets ready for like another swing. Like it's just like the way he swings it, like a pickaxe, like basically ready to go again. So now back to a PC turn.
Now that so Slacks has his gun, his bowcaster on bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to maneuver, like so. Say he's here and I maneuvered here to get a shot. Going to maneuver so we're both like one side of him.
Okay, yeah.
No
You're
matter-
kind of looking to flank, not
Flank.
like front and back, but like flank to the side so he doesn't have cover.
So we have advantage on him. I'm going to maneuver to run there. Gun there on the table, like not taking cover, but just like laying the gun on the table for stability and just pointing it past the table and going, "Listen to the Trandoshian." Or we both have clear shots to you.
So he at this point it is actually his turn. And he is going to be like he like drops the blaster. He's like, all right. I can tell you guys came here to me for business. Don't take out your insecurities on me.
As I'm holding the gun, going, Slacks, didn't you and Cal find those restraints? Could place on one of our friends there.
At this point, I'm actually gonna do a roll off between Fleck and the other guy for who gets to go first.
All right.
I will actually just roll a D100. They're using the same stat block, so 1 to 50 is Fleck, 51 to 100 is going to be the other guy. 1 to 50 is Fleck, so he's going to try to smack him again. Yeah, let's see. Green. And
Blue,
then
because he had the
purple, blue, and he's gonna aim. Oh my
Oh,
God. This is like Glenn getting his
decapitation.
yeah, pretty much. So he just like swings, and then the second swing he hits him like from the top on the top of the head, and you can tell like his neck like basically like breaks the spine, and the guy that was playing dice just kind of falls off his like doesn't fall off the chair, but he kind of tumbles through the table and like on the ground.
I'm going to yell, Fleck, we are done. Thank you for your assistance. If you wouldn't mind, can you lock the cantina door and make sure nobody comes in?
He's like, I guess, and he kind of walks and he closes his door with himself outside, and you can hear him like trying to do something to the door to lock it from the outside.
Works.
Cool. Right on. So Angu is like, so what do you want? What do you want from me?
Oh, first things first. Do you have restraints, Slacks?
I don't have them listed in my inventory, so I don't know if he had picked them up.
It might have been Cal that had them.
Cal picked them up. Well, you know what? Slacks, you are pretty strong. You want to hold his arms behind his back to make sure he doesn't pull any shady shit?
He's like, I'm not going anywhere.
Don't give a fuck. Criminal mastermind.
I appreciate that. That's a compliment.
I'll just walk over and I'll take the pistol and put it in pocket, and I'll just pull the table away so there's nothing around him. He's just in a chair with nothing nearby.
He's like, so what now? We playing Duck Duck Goose? What's going on?
Well, first things first, my Trandoshian friend's going to look at you while I raid your business. And I'm going to just search his two guys, go behind the bar, look at his register, and just look for, like, any shit that if I can find, just be like, well, this is very interesting. Like, basically anything to leverage him with, and if I find cash, it's now mine.
Okay, sounds good. So there's lots of drinks. There's some rations, some food. And you do find a safe. And it seems to be locked. And
That's also in the back room where he was?
it is it's in the back room. And there's also there's some sort of computer communication thing in the back. But that's pretty much all you see as far as loot.
Did I bring that safe and the communication things into this other room, or we'd have to bring him in there?
It's more like bring him there. It's like a pretty hefty safe.
All right, so I will grab a couple of bottles of booze, like arms full, and
Yeah.
just walk him into the room like, Slacks, could you bring our compatriot, please? And I'm just gonna start placing bottles of liquor around the room.
Okay.
You heard him. Let's go. I just have my pistol to his back. Get him to start walking.
He's like, okay. I got short legs, as you can see. And he like gets up, and he's like not a waddle, but he's like a bigger guy, so he like walks like.
Is he
slowly.
going pretty slow? Still?
He's walking like at the same pace as just casually walking, I guess.
I'll just pick him up.
Okay. He's like, God, these Trandoshans. I said I liked you. That was a lie. I don't give a shit about Trandoshans.
I don't give a fuck about humans.
Cool. So you drag him into the back, and he's like, "What now? You gonna have your way with me? Come on, this is not right."
Don't tempt me.
I will not judge. So as he walks into the room, I'll be like, so, as you can see, I've redecorated your room. Is that correct?
What is this fucking rhetorical hour? Yeah, I can see you redecorated.
I open a bottle of booze, that one that I had in my hand, and I go, wig, and I just start pouring it on him. Now I
Aye.
have two options. You now have two options, Mister. Fucking screw it. The kindness are gone. You shot me.
This is what your options are there, teeny fuck. Open the safe. Tell me what that fucking thing communicates to. Or I will find something. Tie you to the goddamn floor. Have you ever heard of the archaic means of a Molotov cocktail?
Molotov? Yeah, he's my cousin.
I will throw that in this room with your alcohol-soaked ass and all this other alcohol, so your entire business slowly goes down in flames and ashes, while all you do is sizzle and flop like a delicious crispy bit of bacon.
He's like, so you know, if you kill me, this goes way up. You know, there's lots of people on top of me, in a non-sexual fashion. Lots of people on top of me.
And talk.
The keys around my neck for the safe. Have at it.
Gonna just go. You seem to have such a good repertoire with him, Slacks. Would you please gently remove the keys from his neck?
I go over and I grab the key. Is that like a weak chain or something?
Yeah.
And I just pull and snap.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Just snap it off his neck.
And he's like, yay! Last time someone hurt me like that, I put him in the ground. Careful, boyo.
Thank you. I'm gonna unlock the safe.
They're still threatening us.
He's like,
It's okay.
when you got my power, you never stop.
What's in
The
the safe?
moment you have no power.
There is 2,000 credits.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Hello. This is very nice. I'm going to
He's like,
pocket it.
so he's gonna look at you guys and he's gonna say, you know, when you cut the head off a snake, it dies, right? Well, I'm not a snake. I'm a fucking hydra.
Oh. See, I don't give a shit about mythological creatures, because you can believe what you fucking want. I know what you are. You are insignificant. If I kill you, you will simply be replaced. You're a fucking tumorous cell that needs to be removed. But, the thing that I am a good surgeon, so there will be no fucking trace of you left. What is the fucking radio for?
Suck my ass. That's what it's for. It calls your mama.
Pistol whip.
Okay.
Pistol whip.
It calls your mama.
Especially as he says, calls your mama, and it's not, I'm just straight. If I have to, I will aim for this.
No, I'll say just narrative sense. You definitely smack him, and a tooth like falls out. He's like, "Oh, you hit just like a two."
Jen, wait.
I
Calm
had the
down.
finger on the trigger, just scratching my head.
So who are you working for?
Gun on him.
He's like, "Well, on weekdays, you know, I work for people called the Huts. You heard of them? But on weekends, his mama works for me."
Oh.
Actually,
I know a couple of huts we can get on the phone and let them hear what you're saying.
The sound cut, Conrad.
I see as Slacks is talking and done his line, I kneecap him.
He's like, oh, okay. That is not pleasant. I gotta say that is not great. You know, that is a little bit saucy. You know, it hurts me.
He sounds like an Italian who ate a pizza that was too spicy.
It fucking hurts, you know. You know, you live your day. You know, no pain. This happens, fucking pain.
Oh, that was good. Thank you for that laugh. That was good. Yeah, so I kneecap him because I'll be like, my mother stays out of your fucking mouth.
Oh no, I was in her mouth.
That's
He's not laughing. I am. Okay.
Can you take that radio and backtrack it to see where it comes from?
Yeah, I can give that a try.
Cool. It is
Good.
a hard computers check to try to hack into this thing.
Can I assist in any way?
I will say that yeah, sure. You can give your opinion. I'll give you a boost die on that.
What was that? You cut out.
You can get a boost die on that.
Okie dokie.
Nice. So yeah, you do actually find 2 messages that have been previously sent, but it seems like it gets wiped. Like they kind of delete the history kind of thing, but you find the last 2 messages that were sent.
What do the message?
Cool. The first one is, I'll actually just copy it and paste it. That is the best way. There you go. Yes, it's risky biscuits. Yes, it's risky business. I'm amazed Trex managed to get away with that droid technician Sevor without causing the whole thing to fall down on our heads. You never know with griffing bugs, with their class and cast and such. Annoy the ones on top and you lose every other link in the chain. Start from scratch. I thought this whole deal was going to fall through when we lost the support of Duke Piddock. But Dimmock, he seems to be the bug for us. And then the second one is this one. Decapitated. Ha! Well, make sure he never gets to hear about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. The bugs are Griffin hypocrites on the issue, if you ask me. They're more than happy to see dozens of drones squandered in their own games, but if they knew what happened with Sevor, it'd be all over for the deal. Ha! Putting a tech geek in the ring against you. What a way to go.
Who is Sivor?
He's like, back to what I said before, suck my ass.
Well, you know what?
You know he still
We
has
have-
another knee.
I do know that, but
You
Like
can
he said.
you can shoot my knees, just make sure your mom's knees are fine and intact.
Or you could aim a little higher.
see, but that's the thing. He wants to antagonize me for me to kill him. I realize this because he knows as soon as we walk out of here, he is dead.
As soon as you
So-
walk out of here, you're dead. You know the huts. You know how they work. I'm sure you heard the stories.
I'm gonna get close to him and just go, know the stories. I don't think you realize how deep my scars run, friend. So, I also know something the Huts hate is when somebody murders his own men, takes 2,000 credits that are worth the Hut, and runs away. He becomes a loose end. This man can't be free with all the information he has. As I said, humorous fucking self. So I know he's not going anywhere because he got kneecapped by a blaster. Is there a bag which fit him in?
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
Like-
I can knock him out.
like a-
that's,
like
that's
a-
easily done.
Like a body-sized bag.
He's a small man.
No, he's.
There's gonna be a crate, right?
I
A
described.
crate around here.
I described as
crate?
short, not like small.
Is there a crate?
If you look in the back, there's crates that maybe like a deep freeze size crate, like you could like squeeze them in, kind of thing.
I empty it out. I'll Trex to throw him in. But I gag him first.
He's like, "Oh, you gonna gag me? That seems so familiar."
From all the penises you put in your mouth. Clear. And I just tie him up so he can't respond.
He's like, "Ah, hey, your leather, your leather."
So I throw him in, start nailing the top of the crate. and I'm gonna look at Slacks and go. I think we need to get do not draw attention. The two gentlemen that are now dead, we should take their gear and put it on. If we walk out of here, we just look like employees.
I mean, if we just walk out of here, who cares?
Point. Flex!
You hear like through the door. Yeah, what's going on?
I need you to lift.
Okay. And you hear him outside like. "Ah!" He's like, the cantina's too heavy. I can't lift it.
There is a box. Come in, Fleck. Come in.
Unlock the door. Do you want me to unlock it?
Yes, please unlock it, Fleck.
Okay, I'll unlock the door, then I'll go.
Uh,
You hear clack, 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 and then the door kind of opens up. He's like, yeah, that door was hard to lock from the outside. But yeah, I can lift.
okay, lift this crate into the speed bag, the cruiser, please.
Oh, okay. And he like grabs it. And he's like, oh, this is like just barely gets it off the ground. He's like, okay, let's go. And he
I'll go over and help.
okay, perfect. The two of you makes it a lot easier, and you guys can bring it outside, and go towards the cruiser.
As they go to the
I shake
cruiser,
it a bit.
Jin's going to grab the two bodies, pull them into the office,
Okay.
grab Brahm's blaster, walk over to the bodies, unload into both of them in the office,
Okay.
drop the blaster, but
So you went in and they're just putting the crate back.
they're putting the grate, and I'm basically staging his office as if he was opening it, taking the money out. I'm going to also shoot the radio,
Okay.
basically staging it as if Buddy's like, I'm getting out of here with what I have. And then
Okay.
he was caught, shot both those guys. And then once I feel like I've staged that enough, I'm setting the building on fire. Like, not like an instant, but like lighting something on fire so by the time we're gone, it fucking burns down.
Okay. Sounds good. For the most part, the walls are like kind of like a mud, but everything on the inside would burn, and there'd be smoke coming out the entrance and stuff like that. I won't get you to roll. That's it's simple enough, and you're not particularly rushed either. You can just like, oh, let me try to start it up. So that happens. The crate is successfully loaded into the speeder. And Jin, when you're walking out there, you get to the speeder, you hear a couple guys in the distance. Hey, where are you going? And you see a couple guys walking, and they're like, were you here to see Angu? And they're like long range from the cantina, but they see you kind of walk out, and they see you walk out, and they kind of holler from afar.
I'll just go, okay, so I will, as they scream, hey, I will make my face go from the, haha, I fucking got this, to complete panic, and go, I don't know what happened. There are two men dead inside, and there's a fire started. Like, basically try to make them believe that I'm a guy who just walked into the horror scene that Agnew left behind.
Okay, cool. Roll a, I will say deceit, and it will be a, against their, willpower, which is only 1. So 1 purple.
Can I get a boost because I staged it?
They don't know what's inside. There you go. Perfect. So they're like, what's going on? And they're like running up, and they're like, oh. And at this point, there's just faint smoke pouring out of one of the windows. Like, it's not fully spread, but there's a bit of smoke. They're like, Angu, are you okay? And they kind of run in, and you're like, ah, Jimmy, ah, Peter, wow, ah, and you just kind of hear like panic on the inside. You're left alone. They just kind of ran in, and you're outside.
I'll just be like, cool, and just be like, as I'm running, like like running briskly walking, I will go fire, fire, and point to the cantina, so crowds just start to gather around it, and they lose me.
There's not that many people around. There might be like, you looking around, you might see like 2 people, but if you scream fire, and they kind of catches the attention of those people, and you see like one guy walks out of his house and kind of thing, but you could tell that after a little bit of time, it could draw maybe a crowd, but right now there's not a lot of people, but the people around do hear you say that.
So I'm going like this, like someone making myself seem like I'm running looking for help, but beelining it for the scooter. So I'm trying to deceive people as like I'm normal civilian.
So as you're running towards the speeder, Fleck runs towards you. He's like,
You said fire! There's a fire! Can I help?
Get on the bike and fucking ride.
Okay.
and he kind of turns around and hops on the scooter. He's like,
Let's go get some water! Not only is it delicious, it can help with fires!
And I just fucking jump and.
cool. So, screen wipe at this point. You guys successfully escape. That was gorgeous. That was a very fun encounter. You do leave there. Is there anywhere you want to go?
I just have to say one thing. I thought you were gonna lock the door behind them after they went in.
Oh, because I want the Hutts to believe that guy just ran away with their money.
I know, but you could just put 2 more mobsters.
But then there was witnesses outside. Inside we were hidden. Nobody knows what I did. So I'm going to look at Slacks and go like, we are on the speeder. We do have someone we may have to deal with. Is there anything anywhere you'd like to stop before, or just straight to New Mean?
We know Jeb had a nice little hole we could possibly go hide a person.
Oh, you're right, that cave. Do like that idea. So once we get by the bluff, we'll find that little cave where we first met Bezos and top secret in there.
Where you met Jeffrey Bezos.
Jeffrey Bezos, you did it.
Cool. So, riding back towards New Mean, you do find the area where you were first ambushed and ambushed again. By the second time was a bit further off, but the general area. But you do find the area where the bounty hunters staged their ambush towards you. And let me just find the little bit of a map here.
Yeah, we might find some other gear in there if they're camping out in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so you go there, and there is a cave, and there is at one side on the inside of the cave that kind of has a wall. Like, it's like smaller rubble, and it kind of fills like a corner of a bigger, I would say like a 40-foot round-ish kind of area in this cave. So it's like a tunnel that kind of leads to that. And there's like a rubble kind of wall on one side. The rest is more open. And then you find an area where there was a couple kind of bed-looking things and just like survival supplies. And you do actually find a speeder at a separate entrance as well.
Do we know, like, is there anything that mentions a contract for a Shiss, a droid, and a Trandoshan?
You did not find anything on the bodies. I will get you to make I will say a hard perception check.
That. Nice.
So, let me just find it here.
And plus, at the same time, I'll look for a good place to hide a crate with a body.
I'm going through different chapters here because we're half in one and half the other side. Yes. So, looking around, you don't see anything. Then under like one, almost like a pillow, you find a little kind of like puck-looking thing, and as you grab it, you're like, oh, they used to have these for the bounty hunters, right, right, right. There, it kind of pops up. Let me just read what it says. Yeah, so it holographic projector, and it shows a series of scrolling images. So you see the streets of Mos Shuda, then you see the Crate Fang, then you see your faces, and then you see a text translated in several different languages. But it says, "Wanted, 50,000 credits reward. If you have information, contact Timo in Mos Shuta, Tatooine."
Oh, so it worth 50,000 credits.
I feel cheap.
No, I thought I'd be worth more, like for the amount of money that I owe him.
Was Trek's picture there too?
No, Trex's picture was not there.
Wasn't sure since it was his ship that took off and they didn't know he wasn't going willing.
That's true. But Trex's picture was not there.
So I want to know, Dax, is this something that you could reprogram to show different things, or?
I don't know. I haven't tried that before. I always give it a shot.
I will get you to make a an easy computers check. So 1 purple. Okay, so you can tell that this is not a sending device, it's more of a receiving device, and essentially just receives signals sent to bounty hunters and the such.
Well, I say we keep this, so in case we're on a different planet, we can check what bounties they have. Maybe make some few credits here and there to do what we need to do, you know? Oh, and I forgot to tell you. Here is 1,000 credits that I took from our created friend over there.
Oh, thanks.
And I'm going to go to Fleck and go, "You seem like a man who... Are you very invested in your community and wanted to see it thrive?"
That is the thing I want the most. For the people, for the Twi'leks.
So the best person to talk to, would that be Raban?
About what?
About how to best let a new mean thrive.
Probably. I lift things, he kind of picks what I lift, you know.
Okay, just because I'm from the... How much does a person usually make a day, money-wise, if they're working? I know in D&D it's usually a gold a day.
Yeah, I would say that this community doesn't necessarily trade in credits. They seem to be like, oh, we will trade the rill from the mine in town, get supplies, bring them back, everybody eats, everybody works, like more one of those kind of systems.
Barter.
I will take your... If you're okay with this, you were very helpful today. The credits that would go to you, I will give them to Baraban for the benefit of your community.
Yeah, everything for New Mean.
Okay, if there's anything in here you want to take, just grab it. We have an extra cruiser, so I'll actually... Trex, can you drive the one with Beck, and I'll drive this one, the other cruiser back to New
Trex
Mean.
is
So that...
dead. You
Not
kind of
Trex.
crushed his stole it.
Sorry, I mean Slacks.
Fleck,
Are you
I
comfortable?
think I can manage that.
Yes, I will drive this secondary cruiser, and then New Mean will have 2 cruisers.
Thank you so much. New Me will appreciate it.
And just for the sake of it, you guys kind of fast forward. When you hop in the second cruiser, you actually find a couple things.
Nice.
Where was it? I was just looking at it. 2 stim packs, a med pack, an emergency repair kit, and that is all.
Med. And 1 repair.
Yes, 1 emergency repair kit. I don't know the difference, but it could be looked up.
So I'm just gonna shove those all in my backpack. Start the cruiser, and of course we're gonna drop off the crate in the cave. When we drop off the crate, I'm gonna put it like, so you said it was like a rubble wall.
Yeah, there's like a rubble wall.
So there's like, can we get behind that rubble wall?
No, it seems to be going like rounding off like a corner. It almost looks like a cave in. Like that's kind of what it looks like.
All right. So I just all right. Fleck, just put the crate somewhere where it just looks where it's hidden. In the cave. Just so, and then jump in the cruiser and go.
Cool. So, just for the sake of it, you get to back to New Mean. Bourbon kind of walks out when you guys approach. He sees the second speeder. He kind of takes a step back. Then he sees that it's Jin driving it, and he's like, "Oh, they've returned!" And he kind of like runs around with his hands up. He's like, "They've returned!" And then they kind of gather in the streets, or not in the street, but like in front of the buildings, I guess. And they're like, Bourbon kind of speaks up, and he's like, "What news do you bring?" And then Fleck kind of steps out with a slug thrower. He's like, "Look what I got!" He's like, yes, Fleck, great.
We will need somebody to show him how to use that. He does not know how to use that.
Like, okay, we'll make sure.
Well, the news we bring is that Monsieur Bromb will no longer be an issue. You do have a bigger problem. Question. Who is Sivor?
He's like, I do not know who Sivor is. Should I know?
I roll to see if he's lying to me.
Sure. That would be a vigilance, I think.
Hey.
Or discipline. Sorry, discipline.
Where are you? Where is discipline? Here, I got it.
Yeah.
And just roll. What's the difficulty?
1. For some reason, Bourbon seems a bit sketchy to you. Kind of out of character, but you're like, kind of sketchy. But you're not sure what his intentions are. Because he says this and you're like,
Just some messages we intercepted. Your bigger problem is that Mr. Bomb was not the problem. You thought he was. The Huts are.
I believe we did mention that the Huts were affiliated with them.
Yeah, proof.
Oh goodness. I mean, maybe they'll see that it's not viable to harass us. I mean, Fleck now has Fleck has experience as an adventurer now. He might be the hero of New Mean.
No, they want your land. They're planning on moving Dirt Mountain closer and encroaching and getting you out.
Well, it'll be over our dead bodies, right? And Fleck is like, yeah.
So we may need to go talk to the people you spoke to yesterday to see who Sivar was. He seemed to be important. We got some messages here that were captured. Also, I'm going to take 500 credits, give them to Buraban. Go. This is X share.
Okay.
He told me he wanted to give it to you so that you know how to better distribute it around the community to make everyone thrive.
So yeah, so he's like happy with that. He's like, "Oh, yeah, we could get some supplies in town." And you said you did want to go back to town and see the people we met the first time, when we first got
Yes,
there.
yes. The person we talked to, the lady. What was her name?
Her name was I want to say Nim, Nym.
Nim. Yes, I believe that she should be made aware of what is going on, and maybe we could make more plans for more things. Also, Fleck needs water. He really, really, really wants water.
You look over and he has like some sort of bucket like on the side of a house. He just has his head in it. He's like, he's like, I love water.
I really like Fleck. He's shit kind of guy.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he's helped us a couple times, and sometimes he's been wanting to be helpful, but you know, everybody has their flaws.
Yeah, it's good intentions are all that matter.
Yeah, so if you like, we can go to Nabat today. I know you guys have traveled quite a bit. Or if you like, you can spend another night, rest up a bit. You seem a bit damaged.
You have doctors here.
We do not have doctors here.
Let's go to city, because I am fucking hurting, and so is he. I appreciate you. They really need to see a doctor.
He's like, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, sure. Just give me a bit of time, and I'll pack, and I'll let the people know what's going on. And we can leave right away.
And just a question as a player, to transfer credits, do I need to go to a city, or can I just do that?
I will say that you would need to go to a specific, like a bank, essentially.
Okay, cool. So, just wondering.
Because credits are like a physical thing.
Okay. Yeah, just wanted to know.
Yeah, no worries. So he's like, we can leave for Nabat right away. He's like, I'm good to go. So unless there's anything you guys would like to do, I can just fast forward to you guys getting there.
Nothing I can think of right now.
Cool.
I'm good.
I
will actually ask Buraban as we get into the city, like, could you just show just a quick, super quick pit stop? Show me where there would be a bank.
He's you guys basically get to Nabat, and he's like, there's a few this way, but this one's the one that I prefer. And there's like a building that's like a bank.
I'm just gonna go in, be like, hello, I'd like to give these 1,000 credits onto this account.
Cool.
And it's my debt account.
Okay, cool. So they kind of they look through and they're like, yeah, we'll send that right away.
So thank you very much, and I'm gonna jump back into the cruiser. So I'll take 1,000 off what I got.
Okay, perfect. So and then he's like, okay, let's go find the safe house, and you guys go to park somewhere. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, the Nabat spaceport seems particularly busy today. As you guide the speeder through the city gates, you can see a great crowd milling about the landing pad. It seems that a number of craft freighters of all sizes have arrived today. Trolleys and droids bearing trade goods from worlds all around the Outer Rim push their way through the crowd. Humans, Twi'leks, Bothans, Trandoshans, and Aqualish are amongst the myriad species negotiating deals with buyers and spaceport staff. And I would like each of you to make a hard perception check. So 3 purple.
Marshall, do you want to use the light side to make it easier, or just no?
How many light side and how many dark side are we at right now?
I think we're 2 light, 1 dark.
Do we both need to use one, or is it one and we both get?
One for one of us.
Well, I'm rolling 2 yellows on perception,
I get 3 greens.
so you could use one to upgrade or to make it easier for you, since you have lower chance.
So I'll up a yellow. We'll
Cool.
use a light side.
Cool. So 1 light, 2 dark, if I'm not mistaken. Oh,
Oh damn!
cool.
Glad I did that.
Yeah, no, perfect. So, looking around as you guys get close to where the safe house is, you park the speeder and you're kind of walking like a block kind of thing, and you see, your gaze is drawn to the tall, cloaked figure standing beside one of the entrances to the lower levels of the city. The creature seems to be surveying your position through a pair of electro binoculars. As you watch, he lowers his hand, and you can see that he is an alien with an elongated green-black snout in place of a mouth. The alien's eyes are hidden behind heavy dark goggles. He seems to be the typical member of the Kubaz species. And if you're familiar with the Kubaz species, it's the ones with the long kind of nose. I think it's the one that plays the flute in The Mandalorian. I could be wrong. I think that's how I'm remembering it. I could be wrong, though.
I haven't finished the Mando yet.
Cool. Let me just take a picture and I'll send it to the thing. And we got a raid! Thank you. Let's take a look. I think it's L2. L2's commenting. L2 raiding in with a party of 12. Welcome, welcome. So the Kubaz is it looks like, let me send it to the group here. It is that. I sent it to the Facebook group. And this is what they are looking at down the hall.
So I'm gonna just whisper to Buraban. This like kind of just subtly pointed out. Like, he's with you or not?
Who? And he's like looking around. He can't even he didn't spot him. And he's like, there's lots of people. Who are you talking about?
I'm just going to be like, don't make it look obvious, and I'm going to describe what I see.
Cool. And he looks. He's like, no, there's Kubaz going around this town once in a while, but no, they're not associated with me or New Mean.
I'm going to lean to Slacks and go, you want to stay with Buraban while I go see what this guy wants?
You okay to go alone?
I will try not to make this too just well. This is a crowded area. You have that Timo thing. So I will try not to draw attention to myself.
You're also not looking too hot.
I still don't want this to be a Timo thing with somebody following us. That would not be entertaining. Because if we bring them to a safe house, that's another problem.
Alright, yeah, I'll stay here with him. You will check him out.
Bura, would you mind just looking around the market for things you need with that money I brought you?
He's like, I intended on just buying them on my way out instead of having the items.
Buy them on the way in.
He's like, okay, I'll take a look. Okay. And he's like, and he kind of walks down the street.
I'm going to open my comms.
Okay.
Basically keep it opened and be like, so Slacks can hear how this is going.
Cool.
So I'm going to try to stealth over, not make it like beeline it straight for him, but just like stealthily make my way to wherever the thing is.
So as you start to approach, you can tell that the Kubaz kind of slips into an alley.
I'm going to stealthily approach the alley.
Cool. Could you roll a stealth check? And
Certainly could.
I would say that with a crowd and stuff like that, it'd be easier. So I'll say that it's an easy, so 1 purple. 2 success, 2 threat. So you socially stealth. It's not that you're unseen, you kind of just blend in really well. And you make it to where he was, and you do find discarded pieces of bugs, like insect parts. And it looks like legs and shells and wings and stuff like that on the ground. But the guy does you don't see any sign of where this Kubaz was, or was.
Comparing the shells and stuff I have on the ground compared to what I found on the Cataclysm, those look familiar.
They are they're quite different. This seems to be like small bugs, like you get a sense that it was snacking on bugs, and the other thing seems like to be part of something bigger, like a piece of a bigger thing, like possibly like an insectoid race.
Oh, I can't see the Kubas anywhere.
Correct.
I'm going to comment to Slash like, okay, let's draw in Biraban again. We'll keep our eyes open to see if we can put the bug again.
I can actually get both of you to make a average what's it called?
Xenology?
Xenology. I want to keep saying xenomorph, but that's the thing from Alien.
So that average is purple?
Average is 2 purple. Nice.
Good.
Cool. So
I'm doing great.
so Slacks, you're thinking and you're like, are those the blue ones with the tails on their head? And then Jin, he's like, no, those are the Twi'leks. We just left. Like, we're on their planet right now. But Jin, you're also like, oh yeah, they're there's like a species that they're known for eating bugs, and they have a poor relationship with like insectile species such as like Genosians and stuff like that.
Okay.
And Genosians are the ones from Attack of the Clones. Not sure if you're familiar.
Oh,
like the
Coliseum there?
the little bug flittering things.
Give me a minute. Have you ever known? Never know with Griffin bugs. The clads and cast. The one on the top of the mirror. I feel like that has something to do with those messages. Oh, no.
Cool. So, anyways, at this point, Buraban basically gets back, and he's like, "I have the stuff," and he's carrying like a bag, and he has like a huge armful of like kind of like fruits and stuff. He's like, I guess I'll just bring this with me to the safe house. He's like,
I'll
good.
grab I'll grab the bag for him and be like, thank you. We were being watched. I just didn't want to bring unsuspecting eyes to the safe house.
Oh, I certainly appreciate that. So, let's just go in. And Burban sees to it that the speeder is parked, and then leads you back down to the room in the subterranean area of the city. Once again, whispered Twi'leken code words are exchanged at the door, and the door is opened. Nin is clearly pleased to see you. She grins warmly and spreads her arms wide. Thank you so much, she says. Our friends in New Mean have much to thank you for. We must talk more about what happened. But first, I have someone I want you to meet. She gestures towards one of the couches to the side of the room, occupied by a rather short and stout Bothan. And Bothan, they almost look like a werewolf, I guess. It's just like what that kind of like what the race looks like.
Ones that look like Shredder, Ninja Turtles.
Yes, yeah, that is actually a good description. He regards you with wide, intelligent eyes and nods in a curtly greeting. And then she says, "This is Oda, and he has some news that might be of concern to you." And yeah, so he's just sitting there waiting for you.
Also,
What news do you bring?
he like clears his throat.
Neen has told me a good deal about you. And I have a project on the way that could make use of a group as resourceful as yourselves. However, before we get down to negotiations, I feel I ought to make you aware of this.
And he pulls out a small holographic projector which switches on, and it seems to be the same one that you have. And he's like,
This is you. What do we do with this? It is a problem.
Let's be honest. It is a problem. We all got problems. Some problems are fucking personal. I just met you. How do I know you're not one of the people I've already dealt with who wants my fucking head?
I am a close associate to the Twi'leks. They trust me, I trust them. We are great friends. Their friends are my friends.
You can talk to Burabang, and you can talk to Fleck. You've saved both of them. So, what you have in your hand is none of your concern. It is not a big problem. It is a problem, but it's not a big one.
so he's
Well,
like,
we've
go ahead.
already dealt with one of these things.
He's like, well, if this situation continues, you could have very dangerous people hunting you. People like Bosk, or even the Mandalorian. I have a proposition. The job I have in mind will bring you into contact with those who are currently engaged in a deal with Teemo. If you negotiate well with them, they could provide you with an opportunity to strike at the Hutt from the heart of his own palace. I won't lie to you, there is some risk, but you will have a better chance following my plans than you'll have once these bounty hunters catch up with you. I will, of course, also see it that you are rewarded for killing or compromising Teemo the Hutt. He should have the credits on hand to pay his hunters, and I will make sure any such money passes on to you.
Not that I'm a man of stipulation. I love money. I love clearing my name. But again, I've had this conversation today with, and Beraban was there. He has heard me state this already. This is a business arrangement. What you're offering is to be beneficial to me. What do you get out of it?
Well, as you know, Teemo has been putting pressure on New Mean and forcing the Twi'leks away from their home. If Teemo were to stop this by dying, that is a great benefit to my friends the Twi'leks.
Again, Twi'leks, Teemo. What does Oda out of this?
I live on Ryloth. The Twi'leks are the species from here. If I could wake up one day and be a Twi'lek, I would.
I understand. Get why? Again, I understand why Raban, Fleck, Teemo. Raban is his home, Fleck wants to defend his home, Teemo wants money. That's what all the Hutts want. Being a furry for Twi'leks does not really seem like a good, I need to know if I'm getting out of one debt, what am I indebting myself into? Because if I kill a Hutt, there are more Hutts that are stronger than Teemo that will want my head. They have more money. So why should I put my neck double on the line for somebody who I want to be a Twi'lek. I don't mean to be an asshole. I just want to know all the cards out on the table.
Well, if you'd like to hear my plan, perhaps that would make more sense to you. So,
Need a drink.
so he's like, I have been invited to a private function, to be hosted by a Geonosian Duke, Duke Piddock. I am not expected to turn up myself, of course, but the Duke will expect a few guests to appear as representatives of my interests. This Duke recently planned to do some deals with Teemo, then changed his mind. As it happens, this Duke has a rival, Duke Dimmick, who is due to deliver some goods to Teemo in a few days. If Dimmick knew what made Piddock change his mind, he might agree to help us. Is that understood? I realize it's a little complex.
Oh, quick question. I'm going to look at Slacks like, do you still have those messages we got?
Which ones?
The first one, where the last line is, we lost support of Duke Piddock, but Dimmick might be the bug for us. Do you know who Sivor is?
Myself, no, I do not.
Okay, I'm just gonna lay out the message that basically says, risky business, Trex managed to get away with it, droid technician Sivor without causing the whole thing to fall, like the first message.
So he's
This
like,
make any sense?
so he's like, I'm not sure who he was talking to, but it seems that Trex, stole a droid technician from someone. I don't know who, but he stole a droid technician from someone, and I'm not. Yeah, it's difficult for me to understand what's going on.
Is it possible? Where is Piddock?
He is on his planet, Geonosis. He's like, I realize it's a little complex. We are to find out from one Geonosian what caused him to turn from Teemo in order to convince another Geonosian currently working for Teemo to help us instead. So we're trying to incept the idea of betraying Teemo.
We need to find out who Sivor is. Sivor is the answer to this fucking riddle, I can tell.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately not sure who Sivor is.
So when is this party, and will Piddock be there?
When is this party? It is tomorrow.
We would have to be in Geonosa tomorrow.
Yes, but there is plenty of time to leave in the morning and make it there. With the hyperspace travel.
Of course, with the HRIM. Trust me, we know about the HRIM. It is super delicate and all this stuff.
We don't really have proper attire to go to a party hosted by a duke. We might need some help with some outfits for the occasion.
Oh,
And maybe anything you could give us to make us a bit more suave and charming?
I can. Charm is hard to deceive, but I can definitely provide some luxurious clothes for you to wear if that is what you wish.
Yes, I will also want to get rid of some of my old gear. And maybe, I would like to raise my charm because I've made myself very much the face.
Cool. So he is going to be like, if you're looking for clothes, we can give you that. So did you have any questions for him?
if I get this correct, it is a festival where we're trying to get Dimmock to understand why Piddock left Timor, so that they're both against Timor. And we have two other allies to take down Timor, so this guy who wants to be a Twi'lek can have mining operations with the Twi'leks on the Twi'lek planet.
Yes, we're trying to stop Timo from. We're making it harder for Timo to help. Or sorry, make it harder for Timo to mess up the plans or our business on Ryloth.
I'm good with this. Are you good with this?
I don't see a problem. Trying to get new friends is always useful.
I do have to say that in the time we've been together, every conversation we've had has ended with somebody getting shot and me falling down.
Well,
I wish he was joking.
I would like to ask that you do not shoot anybody at this party. It is not a party for shooting. It is a party for making deals and such.
Okay.
We've been trying to teach him.
Yes.
So there's a few questions here you guys have not touched that I feel like if you do not get this information might be a lot harder.
What can we expect at this party?
Okay. So some Geonosians are, I'll just read it normally there instead of doing the voice. Some Geonosians are fed up with the Empire choking off their trade. People like Piddock are reaching out to the black market, the Hutt cartel, and others. The party is about making the contacts necessary to do that business.
There will be shady characters there.
Yes, of course. It would be expected.
So why were you invited?
That's a good
Well,
question.
I'm part of the cell here that is trying to fight for the freedom of Ryloth. So I wouldn't consider myself a rebel, but definitely a freedom fighter of sorts.
Sympathizer.
A sympathizer, yes.
Did you hear that? We got him.
Send in the stormtroopers.
So black market deal. There's no slavery in this, is there?
It is not. It is not a party that sells slaves or anything like that. No.
Is there anything about Dimmock that we should know? Like things he, if I approach him and go, hey, this is why Piddock left Timo right off the get go. That's not going to go smoothly. Like, what are his interests? What, like, does Fleck likes water? If you talk to him about different types of water, you have a conversation for hours.
Oh. He's like, I don't know much about Dimmock, but he's like, I don't know much about both of them actually, but they are higher ups in the Geonosian families and such. So it's, it's
How
Go ahead.
how would we get in contact with them? Because I know that people don't really just like flaunt their important people.
Well, we would fly you directly to where you need to be.
Okay. Is there any other information we need to know about this festivity?
I don't know anyone who's there. Okay, sorry. Anyone who's there will probably be like you, acting on behalf of someone else and eager to keep their employer's true identity or their own secret. I wouldn't bother prying into such things.
So, with that said, we only tell the people who are letting us in that we work for you, and then we don't talk to anyone else about you.
I will. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I will. Yeah, I need to make some more arrangements, but I will be back in the morning to see you taken to Geonosis. I encourage you to talk about it amongst yourselves. Come up with a detailed cover story of why you might be invited to a party held by a Geonosian duke. He thinks that I'm an arms dealer, so he'll expect you to want to buy weapons from him. That will do for the Duke, but you'll need yet another cover story for the rest of the guests.
It's a good thing you're telling me to lie, because that's the only thing I'm good at.
Perfect. So at this point, he is going to be like, if you have any more questions, you can always ask me in the morning. But I hear that the Nin has a bit of a surprise for you. And Nin kind of pops her head in the room. She's like, "Oh, did I hear my name?" And he's like, "Yes. I think we're done discussing here. If you wanted to show them the surprise you prepared." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I can do that." And let me just get it ready here. And she's like, "Oh, follow me, guys. I'll show you what I'm talking about." Oh, sorry. I apologize. Just a second here. You walk out and you walk to the spaceport, and you see sitting there a ship that is similar to your own, but just slightly different.
It's a different name and color.
It definitely has a different color. And this is what you see.
Oh, I like the blue.
They're like, it used to be the Great Fang. Now here's your new ship.
El Cataclysm.
The Cataclysm. So, we can stop there. It is 10:05. And at the start, if you want, you can still ask some questions about the task at hand before you actually go. But for now, I guess that is what that is.
May the force be with someone.
Cool. So I will end the stream. Thanks for watching, guys. I will find someone to raid. If you give me just 1 second here. If you're not following, feel free to follow. We'll be playing this every Monday, or at least try to. It's only episode 2, so you're hopping in at the an early enough time. So let's see if I can find someone to raid. Raid channel. Fun role-playing games or any? Yeah, I'm not used to the system quite yet, but we're getting there. Ooh, bunch of people I don't know playing Squadrons. I will send it to this guy. Why not? Cool. Right on. Well, thanks for watching, folks, and we will catch you hopefully next week. And yeah, we'll go from there. Farewell. Cool. So I just rated a random guy.